I can hold it.
Okay, here's my audience. Okay. Okay, my name is Mary Peterson, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about something that I think could change the world, something that I think could make things a little bit better in our day-to-day lives. Okay, so who here watches the news? Has anybody ever watched the news?
Yeah.
I think we all probably have at some point. And what do we hear constantly on the news?
Bad things.
Sad.
Bad. Not a lot of,
Tragedy.
not a lot of good things. Sad news, wars,
Murders.
shaming, murders, arguing, politics, false information. We hear all of these things, and it can bog us down. Kind of like all these words, they're kind of taking over the screen. They're bogging us down. So it's good to be informed, but sometimes it's a little bit too much for us to handle, and sometimes we just need a little bit of good. So what would happen? This is the question I'm posing in the presentation. What would happen if the world was exposed to more good news, more charitable, more kind things that happen in the world, and more often? I had an experience where I was watching Fox News one night, and I noticed that they were bickering, and they were just talking about how horrible the country is, and how the president's not doing his job, and how everything's going wrong, and nothing was positive, nothing got done, and they just fought the whole time. And I noticed when I stopped watching that how I felt. I didn't feel happy, I didn't feel inspired, I didn't feel good. I actually felt mad, and I didn't like that. But then, so the next day, I was watching Ellen, and I remember feeling a lot better. There was a guest that she had on the show that did something charitable and kind, and it inspired me to do the same. And I wanted to share that video with you, and I want you to pay attention to what you feel while you watch it and what you feel after you watch it.
Well, maybe you heard about this story. An 8-year-old boy found $20 in the parking lot of a restaurant in Toledo, Ohio, and when he saw a soldier having lunch with his family inside, he gave it to him as a thank you for his service. Please welcome Miles Eckert. Hi, Miles. I love what you're wearing. I love your outfit. I love your boots. I love your tie. Love what you're wearing. Okay. Listen, you're here because you did something really, really sweet. You found $20, and of course, $20, you could do stuff with that, right? Did you think to yourself, hey, I'm going to buy, like what? What did you think you could buy?
The Lego movie video game.
The Lego movie video game? Instead, you saw a man sitting inside the restaurant who is in the Air Force, right? Mm-hmm. And you wrote a note and wrapped up the $20, and can I read people what you wrote in this note?
Yes.
Dear soldier, my dad was a soldier. He's in heaven now. I found this $20 in the parking lot when we got here. We would like to pay it forward in my family. It's your lucky day. Thank you for your service. And gave it to him.
Okay, it goes on after the video to the officer that he gave the $20 to comes and tells him how grateful he was for it. And anyway, how did you feel when you were watching that video?
Good. Happy.
Good.
Good.
Yeah. I felt the same way after I watched that video, and I remember distinctly how different I felt the night before to how I felt after I watched that video. I felt a lot happier, I felt a lot more inspired, and I felt like I needed to go out and do something good. So again, I pose the question, what do you think would happen if this happened all the time, if good news was shared and good things were shared throughout the world to other people? It could change a lot of things, and it would make people a lot more happy and a lot more kind. Recently, there was a study at the University of British Columbia by Carl Aquino, and he wanted to look at this exact problem. He studied how good news affects people and their behavior. He said, our study indicates that if more attention was devoted to recounting stories of uncommon acts of virtue, the media could have a quantifiable positive effect on the moral behavior of a significant group of people. That's a big thing that he discovered, that if we hear good news more often, it can change people and change their behavior. And I think that's true. So let's spread this good news and kindness little by little, one by one. If, each of us tells our friends one good story about something that somebody did nice to us, or something that we did nice for somebody else, they'll feel happier, and then they'll share that with other people, and then we'll all feel happier. So how do you think we could do that? How do you think we can share this good news?
Posting positive things on social media.
Yeah, posting positive things on social media. I think that's a great way to do it. What else do you think? I think we can share stories like we were talking about earlier. We can share stories with our friends and people that we know about things that people do for us. I think we can support television stations that do provide good news to us. And I think that we can make it more of importance in our life. And I think we can also be the people who make good in the world. We can share good things, and we can do good things for other people, and then they'll pass that on. So let's change things. Let's be happier and positive and share good news with other people and look after good news. And that's my presentation. We'll be happier.
Yippee!
Is it done?